Hello friends, and welcome to my 2024 academic planner. I will be starting classes next week, so now is the perfect time to set up all of my bullet journals. And at the end, you will see some cute little bonus spreads that I made as well. So if you've seen my 2023 academic planner, you'll notice there's a lot of similarities between the two. However, this one will not be as minimalistic, especially as we start getting into the weeklies. Those ones are going to have a lot more pops of color, washi tape, all that fun stuff. If you're looking for something that's still minimalistic, I highly recommend going back to that previous video where you can see my weekly setups and my daily setups. So this spread is my timetable. Here is where I will write down all of my courses that I am taking and any clubs that I am a part of. I will also go in, add the time, the location, and who is teaching that course, and then I will assign everything a color. In this color assignment, I will then take those and add them into the timetable itself and highlight what time each class is at. I will also then go in, once I know my professor's office hours, add in those times as well. I find that having my professor's office hours in one place is so much easier. I like being able to just open up my bullet journal and seeing everything that's happening that day, and if I'm needing to talk to my professor, being able to just quickly look to find when they are available next. So here I'm going to be adding on some washi tape and some stickers. You can totally skip this part if you'd like and leave your timetable just as it is above. That's what I did last semester, and this still totally works and is functional. This is just like a fun little creative part. So this spread here is going to be any and all information about the course I'm taking. So the name, the time, the location, professor, office hours, the emails that I'll be needing. And then in this box, I'm going to go through and add any item that is going to be due. So assignments, projects, exams, quizzes, And then in the little third column there, I'll put in the grade that I got. This really just makes it simple so I can open up my bullet journal and see exactly what has to be done that week, and also see if there's anything new coming up that I forgot about. I can take anything and add it into my weekly spreads. And the colors that I'm adding onto here are the same color from the timetable, so we're just keeping everything in order. So I am going to do that same exact thing for all the rest of my courses. So moving on to the next spread, this is going to be my January calendar. Pretty straightforward. I'm just going to create this grid, add in all the dates. Here I did mess up a little bit. I forgot to add on the last row, so I'm going to go back through and correct that in just a moment. But this calendar will be used. I'll put in any big dates that are coming up. So if there's an exam or a big project due, I'll also add in anything important related to any clubs that I'm a part of. Really just adding anything I deem important that when I open up my bullet journal and I flip to this page to see what's happening that week, I can just quickly and visually see exactly what's going on. I don't really add homework into this type of calendar. Usually that's just because those are weekly assignments already, and I know in the back of my head that that's coming up, so I would add those into my weekly spreads. This is truly just for one-off items, things that aren't usual, aren't every single week, and something that I could easily forget about. So then here I am going through again, adding some washi, some stickers. You can totally skip this part again and just leave this calendar as is. It's functional without the stickers, it's functional with the stickers. It's really whatever you're wanting to do in your own bullet journal. So this spread that I'm working on now is my gratitude spread. You can totally skip this and instead put the timetable here. Whatever works for you, go ahead and do it. For me, I like having it here because throughout the semester, I can get pretty stressed out, sometimes feel depressed, and I find that it's just good to, at the end of the day, take one moment to just reflect on what's happened and find the positive of the day and write it down. It just helps with like giving a little boost of positive energy. At the end of the day, we're all just students trying to make it through the semester. So taking one moment for ourselves to reflect on something nice that has happened, totally needed for like mental health, I find. So now we are moving on to my weekly spreads. So these look different than my last video from the fall semester. If you're wanting something more straightforward and just to the point, highly recommend going back to that video. I'll have it linked below. But if you're wanting to have a little more creativity, something kind of cute to look at, this is totally for you. You can also not add in all of the stickers and just leave it as is. It's still very functional. I just like adding in the stickers to make it fun. So here I'm starting on the 15th because that's when my classes start, and I'm pretty much just ignoring the beginning of the year. Most of this is going to just be for academic purposes, and so I didn't find a point in adding in those extra weeks. But if you are wanting to, go ahead, add those in. You can play around with these different spreads I'm going to show you. I love having a top priority section in all of my weekly spreads. I really find that it's just helpful for giving me something to focus on that week. I love having a top priority section in my weeklies. It's really just I pick the top 3 things that I have to get done. If I don't do anything else except these items, I'll still be on track. Sometimes those are just the homework assignments, other times they're bigger things like projects or studying for exams. It's really just whatever I need to be focusing on that week. And then into each individual day box, I'll go through. Sometimes at the beginning of the week, I'll quickly dump in anything that's supposed to be due those days. And then on the day of, I'll sit down and just like write a brain dump of like anything and everything I could possibly get done that day, and then check things off, add it into the next day if need be. I love lists, and so all of these weekly spreads are going to be with the sole purpose of just making one giant to-do list and checking things off and moving things to the next day if they don't get done. Other ways to use this for top priorities, you could go into each individual day and add in like 3 top priorities that day, and then anything below it is just extra items that should get done. And if they get done, great. If they don't, it's not the end of the world. That's not how I use mine. I probably should. Maybe I feel a little bit less stressed, but for now, I am forever and always a brain dump girly. I don't know why I'm decorating most of these to be kind of fall themed. I feel like it's just because I love those colors and I find them to be the most calming, so whatever works for you. If you want to make this more winter themed, totally go for it. But for me, I am still stuck in that fall mindset. My little don't forget area, this is really for items where they're not a problem this week, but they're going to be a problem next week, and I should not be forgetting about this. Yeah, I do that quite a lot. I will just, if it's not on the weekly, I am not thinking about it. And sometimes I should be thinking about it, especially when it's like an exam coming up that next week or a project proposal that's going to be due soon. I have to keep those things on my radar. So that is it for my 2024 academic spread. So that had my basics that I will have for every single academic year, and then also my January spread with all of its weeklies. If you're interested in seeing my February spread, highly recommend coming back later this month where I will have that posted. I hope you found these spreads helpful. I hope they inspired you to go and create your own 2024 academic planner. And I hope you all have a great spring semester. And then these spreads are some of my cute little bonus spreads that I made at the beginning of the year. I think it'd be fun to track my mood in pixels and also my coffee intake, which I know will get pretty crazy throughout the semester. And this is just a future log where I will go through, add in any important dates for those months. These spreads are totally not needed, they're just fun and cute. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great spring semester, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!